once again, Trump collapses like a wet taco. See, this is Trump's MO. He talks a big game when he's behind the screen. He can talk a big game, all caps, call you all kinds of names, tell the world what an evil person you are. But then when you get him in the room, all of a sudden, he's not the big bad bully he makes himself out to be. He's been like this his whole fucking life, and he's doing it again. He's been ripping on the new mayor of New York, Mamdani, right? He's a communist, he's a socialist, he's a Muslim. You got problems with this fucking guy. It's going to be nothing but a fucking disaster. If you elect him, we are not going to help the city of New York. Then he gets face to face with him, and boy, he changes his tune, doesn't he?
I expect to be helping him, not hurting him. A big help, because I want New York City to be great. Look, I love New York City. It's where I come from. I spent a lot of years there. Now I'm right here. We took a big setback with the mayor that we had, Dave de Blasio. I thought it was a tremendous setback for the city. I think this mayor can do some things that are going to be really great.
Thank you, Mr. President. You're a billionaire. You have a different address nowadays than you used to, but you used to call New York City home. Would you feel comfortable living in New York City under a Mamdani administration?
Yeah, I would. I really would. Especially after the meeting. Absolutely.
What makes you comfortable?
We agree on a lot more than I would have thought. I think I want him to do a great job, and we'll help him do a great job. You know, he may have different views, but in many ways, we were discussing when Bernie Sanders was out of the race, I picked up a lot of his votes, and people had no idea, because he was strong on not getting ripped off in trade and lots of the things that I've practiced and been very successful on. Tariffs, a lot of things. Bernie Sanders and I agreed on much more than people thought. And when he was put out of the race, I think quite unfairly, if you want to know the truth, many of the Bernie Sanders voters voted for me. And I felt very comfortable, frankly, in seeing that and saying that.
Of course, he had to turn the conversation into how many votes he got as a result. And we know Bernie Sanders voted for you. Bernie Sanders voters are the reason why you were elected the first time around. I've done that video a dozen times, but there's Trump collapsing like a wet taco in the face of actually being in a room face to face with the person he's trying to bully. Now, all of a sudden, he feels safe in New York City. I would feel safe living in New York City under Mamdani. MAGA, what say you? I know some of you didn't like it.
I just find it so funny that while the Trump supporters were freaking out about him meeting with Zohran Mamdani and praising him, Donald Trump was just posting photos of them hanging out together. For example, Laura Loomer, who's one of Donald Trump's biggest supporters, said after the meeting that Democrats will have a landslide in the midterms because of the meeting. She was also saying that people shouldn't vote for the Republicans because they're embracing someone like Mamdani. She was just raging among the other MAGA fans. And meanwhile, Donald Trump was posting photos of him and Mamdani, saying it was a great honor to meet him. Then he posted a friendship collage of them hanging out together. Here's a photo of them together in front of the FDR portrait in the White House. Here's a zoomed out version of that photo he also posted. He also just posted a photo of Mamdani himself. I mean, how rare is that for Donald Trump to post a photo which he's not included? And then this is the final one he posted of them looking over the paved over rose garden, which Donald Trump destroyed. So all of MAGA freaking out over Mamdani, freaking out over this meeting, and Donald Trump is just posting their fan cams together. I mean, politics is so crazy.
What do you think, MAGA? God, I love this.